Well, welcome back to the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. It's your girls back as always. Maddie, how are you doing today?
I got cookies stuck in my teeth. But I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back. We have a lot to talk about. We're back doing
Yeah,
predictions, our usual thing.
already. So sorry, guys, if you don't like us doing predictions all the time, but it's not our fault. Blame WWE.
Yeah, pretty
Blame
much.
Triple H. I mean, it's like we could just not do them, but like, are we not gonna not do predictions?
We gotta do
You
It's like a
know?
staple of this show at this
Yeah.
point. So
So I feel like we need to start like keeping track of when we're right and we're wrong though to like see our percentages.
okay. Well, here I have a notebook right next to me, so that is something that we can do today.
Okay. And
I'm seeing
then
some comments about AEW All In. Did we want to talk about
yeah.
that first?
Oh yeah, we can. But
Neither of us watched the whole thing, just so you guys know.
no. I mean, the one thing that Maddie manifested, Mariah May is now the AEW Women's Champion.
Bro, I'm gonna cry. Like, I did cry when I first watched it. And I told Mary this story. I might have told this on the podcast. Like, I remember when I met her at
Mm-hmm.
WrestleCon, there was nobody standing in line to meet her. She was literally sitting at the table on her phone. And when I came up to her and was doing my shtick of crying and being so excited, like, she was so shocked that someone was so happy to meet her. And she's just come such a long way. She is our
Mm-hmm.
AEW Women's World Champion. Like, I'm just really it feels like a little journey that we've all been on with her, and it's really emotional, and it's just like I just think she deserves this so much, man. I'm just really I have part of me, I have to give props to Tony Khan as well, which I don't normally do. This has been a really great like story that they've
Mm-hmm.
really stretched out. Like their goal was to really make Mariah May a star, and they have absolutely done. And not just to mention the match with her and Tony Storm, it was really good. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was a good match, and I expected that. But it was oh man, I'm just so happy. I did cry.
I love that. But congratulations to Mariah May, girl.
The
Snaps
glamour.
for you.
And thank you, Tony Storm. Literally the best AEW Women's World Champion I think we've ever had.
Yeah, I would have to like see all the champions, but I feel like she definitely had a very iconic run. Like
Yes. Does
one
anyone
of
know
the
how
most
many days it
iconic.
was? Let me fact check
I
this
don't,
real
but
quick.
yeah, Google it. But also we saw that my boy Ricochet is now all elite. He is
280
officially in AEW. Sorry, what is it?
281.
Yeah, that's a long reign for a
But
women's
yes,
title.
Ricochet.
But my boy Ricochet is in AEW now. He better not try to take Samantha over there because I will be pissed. So that better not happen. But I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him for following his heart and doing what he thinks is best for him.
Yeah.
We love to
Yeah.
see that. So my king
All I'm
is in
gonna
AEW.
say is that I hope it works out for him. I
Exactly.
hope he
Exactly.
has a Tony Storm type of situation over here in AEW. I definitely agree that I understand why he left. I don't think WWE was ever gonna give him what he ever wanted or maybe
Hmm.
deserved. But is AEW gonna do that? I don't
We'll
know.
see. We'll see.
I hope they do. I hope they do. After seeing how Tony Khan has handled Tony Storm, I got some faith. I got some faith.
Well, you wanted to talk about Miss Mercedes Monet and Britt Baker, so why don't you take it away?
Smoking that dentist pack. This was so the only two matches, and I will probably go back and watch some of the other All In matches later, especially the main event. But I actually did watch the entire Mariah May and Tony Storm match, which was excellent in my opinion. Thought it was really good. What up, Cap? Good to see it. And then I also did watch the entire Britt Baker and Mercedes Monet match.
And
It was bad, dude. It was really bad. Like when
really,
you have Mercedes Monet is a very fast-paced worker. she is a very fast-paced wrestler, and Britt is slow.
Mm.
She is very, very slow. Mercedes was doing most of the legwork, honestly. Like, even with, I don't know if you guys saw Britt's Panama Sunrise, I believe that move is called. Mercedes did the entire thing for her, flipped herself over, sold the damn thing herself. All Britt had to do was
Yeah.
jump on her back. And this is my I don't like Britt. I don't think she's a very nice person. I've already said that. But if we put that aside, okay, she's not a good wrestler. She's never been good. She's always been okay at best. At best. And that is only when she's in the ring with women. And I always, Hikaru Shida is my go-to example just because of what an amazing wrestler she is and how much she's shown that in AEW. The only times Britt Baker shows she's okay at best is when she's in the ring with women like Shida, who are amazing, who do know exactly what they're doing, and who can make anyone look good. And if you have a bad match, somebody said, yeah, exactly. If you have a bad match with Mercedes Moné, come on, dude. Like, there was a few. I don't think Britt was like messing up the entire time. Like, she wasn't botching every single. Like, no, but like, she's just weak in the ring. She's never been good, and I think it's high time that we're all just like, we just acknowledge it for what it is. Yes, she's good on the mic. Yes, she can really rally a crowd behind her because she has those promo skills, because she knows what she's doing when she has a mic in her hand. But at the end of the day, and I said this in my video on TikTok, shameless promo there, the bell is going to ring. The bell is always going to ring, and there's no microphones when the bell rings. So this was a sink or swim moment for Britt Baker, and she did not swim.
I mean, the way that you describe her, it gives Becky vibes. Like, Becky can cut a promo, Becky can get the crowd behind her, but like in the ring, she's okay at best. Do you think that's a fair comparison?
No. Just because I think Britt Baker makes Becky Lynch look like the greatest who has ever stepped in a wrestling ring. And I'm not, Becky Lynch is not my favorite, but I do think that I would say she is a good wrestler. I would say that. I don't think some people want to say she's one of the best of all time. No. But I think she is a good wrestler. When Becky is in the ring, we all know, okay, it's going to be a good match. Becky's there. Even it doesn't matter who she's with, she'll find a way to make it work. Britt, I don't think she knows what she's doing in there half the time. She has a very limited moveset. And I've said that about Becky before too, and I kind of retract that, actually. I lost all hope for Becky when she had I don't really remember that. We can maybe talk about that match either, but no. That could have just been a simple case of maybe they don't have chemistry, because sometimes that happens. Like we've seen that in the men's division a lot too in WWE. Two good wrestlers just not really clicking with each other. It happens. But no, I think Becky is a very solid worker. I think she's a good wrestler. I think she's had some of the greatest women's matches in WWE that we've ever seen. You know, Britt can't do that. She can't even hang. She talked so much shit, pardon my French, about the girls in the PC, and yet probably can't, like Roxanne Perez.
Really? She did?
Well, no. I'm just saying, like, as Roxanne is still in the PC, kind of, because she's still in NXT. We all know what an amazing wrestler Roxanne Perez is. So if you're talking smack about those girls, Roxanne Perez type of girls, you got to at least be able to lace up your own boots when you step in there, and she did not do that. And I think her performance at All In last year was the same thing. It wasn't like I forgot she was in the match because I was too busy focusing on Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. But yeah, Britt, no. Thank God Mercedes won, though, dude. I was worried for a second.
I was too. Because, I mean, I know that Britt is kind of like the golden child over there.
Yeah. And she went clean too, Mercedes, thank God.
Nice.
Like, she didn't need help from Camille. Was out there, but Camille got sent out, and then Mercedes was able to do it by herself. But like,
how did the crowd react?
The crowd, by the end of the match, the crowd was just ready to move on, in my opinion. They were over it, and I can't say I blame them. It was not a good match. It was sloppy. The one word I would use to describe this match was sloppy. And I feel bad for Mercedes. This was her first time wrestling at All In, which is kind of like AEW's WrestleMania. And it wasn't a good match. It wasn't. And that sucks,
That's
man.
unfortunate.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen Mercedes Moné and Hikaru Shida at All In, because that would have been amazing, dude.
Yeah,
It's a
someone had mentioned in the chat about Bryan Danielson is now the AEW World Champion, and I saw the picture that Brie posted on Instagram, and so she was there with Birdie and Buddy, and all of a sudden people are like, "Oh my gosh, Brie is all elite." I'm like, guys,
what?
Guys, chill. She just took a picture with her husband backstage.
Yeah, she was in the front row too. It was cool.
But like, did you see that picture? Do you know which picture I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Why did they not let Bryan wipe his face off first? This man is bleeding in this photo with his children.
He's got to show what a badass he is, man.
But I'm happy for him.
Yes.
You know, Daniel Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, he's had so many ups and downs over the last, 10 years. So I'm happy for him that he's the champion. And obviously he's an incredible wrestler. He's, in my opinion, one of the greatest technical wrestlers.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Feels like it's a little bittersweet for me, just because it feels like such a short reign for Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
Can somebody in the chat how does anyone know how long Swerve was champ for? It feels very short. I don't know.
Do you think he could come back to WWE?
I hope he does not. I'm sorry, but again, I appreciate what Tony Khan has done in terms of treating people like Tony Storm, Swerve Strickland over there, really showing if you're not going to do something with them, I will treat them like the stars that they are. But hopefully Swerve gets that title back eventually. I don't know.
Well, do you have anything else to say about All In?
About 4 months. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad for a first run. It just feels so much shorter. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but I guess that wasn't that long ago. Overall, based on what I saw, I think it was a pretty solid show. I think they had some really, really great matches. I'm excited to go back and watch a few more of them. Really disappointed with Mercedes and all that. I think Mariah and Tony went on a little too early for me. I think they were the second or third match, which I found to be... Oh, Jamie Hayter's back. I completely forgot.
Oh, yeah. And y'all are being so mean on X, Twitter, whatever. Y'all are being so mean. They're putting clips of Jamie when she entered and being like, "Oh my gosh, Becky is in AEW." Y'all are being so rude. Stop disrespecting her like that.
That's funny. Can we talk about, just really quick, why did Jamie Hayter return on the pre-show?
Did she really?
The pre-show.
That's not how we do that.
This is Jamie Hayter. She is no longer Britt Baker's lackey, which there are rumors that those two don't like each other anymore. Weird. Wouldn't be surprised. But why are you having Jamie Hayter return on the pre-show, Tony Khan?
Yeah, that's weird.
If it was me, I would have had her come out right after Britt and Mercedes.
Oh, that would have been good.
Be like, hey, not even with Britt, just be like, I actually thought that maybe she was going to come out and cost Britt the match. Kind of glad they didn't have her do that. But yeah, it is disrespectful to have her on the pre-show. It's crazy. Jamie Hayter's great. We all like her. She's a good wrestler. She's a former AEW Women's World Champion. The pre-show, we've all been so excited for her to... I mean, Saraya was on the pre-show too, but granted, that works much better. But I was shocked. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. Why would you do a reveal like that on a pre-show? I don't know.
I thought it was... I mean, I'm glad they didn't have her come out after Tony and Mariah, because I wanted that to just be what it was, which was the two of them and nothing else. But I don't know, maybe have her confront Mercedes or something. I think a lot of people want to see Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see what they're gonna do with her, because
Tony Khan is
That's
weird.
just a weird. That's a weird thing to do.
So weird. What are you doing, sir? Yeah, even the British crowd didn't. She brought out her whole family, and it was
no,
crickets. I loved it. I
that makes me
lived for
sad.
it. No, it should not. It should make you happy.
Well,
Sorry.
before we get into Bash in Berlin, on SmackDown, did you see the 6-woman tag?
Yeah.
Well, I am just obsessed with what the big three wore. The fact that they wore ring gear based off of Simone Biles and the women's Olympic gymnastics team, like, that makes me so
people are being
happy.
mean. They're like, why are they wearing these ugly gear? I'm like, okay, so you don't understand what the reference is. They're trying to
The
show
girls who get it, and the girls who don't.
you don't.
I
Yes.
think it was iconic, and I really just want the three of them to just remain a faction. And I know eventually they're gonna have Jade turn on Bianca, but like I'm not ready for it. I don't want it. You think Bianca's gonna turn and be a heel?
Yeah, I love me a good heel Belair. She is so good as a heel.
I just think she's past that. I think
Maybe
she's cemented as a face. I don't know.
I will root for her regardless.
Yeah, but if you guys haven't seen those pictures, go to Bianca Belair's Instagram because she posted so many of them, and they just look incredible. And I love seeing 3 strong, beautiful Black women representing another beautiful, strong Black woman, Simone Biles.
Amen.
And if you guys don't watch the Olympics and don't watch gymnastics, then just buy.
Just buy is crazy.
Can you guys see Simone Biles fighting WWE someday? I don't think so. I don't think that's for her.
No, I don't think so.
Someone who I wouldn't mind seeing is I don't remember how to pronounce her last name, but Ilana. She's on the women's rugby team, and her TikToks from the Olympics were so iconic. Like, she was literally the go-to person to like see what was going on in the Olympic Village, and her videos were just so funny. And so like she's like, you know, a big strong girl. She's like got those broad shoulders like she does, and she's gorgeous. So I would love to see her come do something in WWE. I think it would be a really good spot to do. But as far as like the gymnast, I just don't think so. I mean, like, we already see how hard it is for the small girls to get airtime, and all those gymnasts are very small. Simone Biles,
that is for
Simone
sure.
Biles is like 4'10". Like, she's a very small woman.
Wow.
Yeah, she's really short.
That is crazy.
So yeah. So I don't think I could see that. But speaking of, I don't know if you guys remember. This is a total side note. I don't know if you guys remember when Gabby Butler, she was a cheerleader. She had gotten signed to WWE back in I think it was back in 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she got released like a long time ago because I mean she started posting of her doing doing cheerleading again. So I'm assuming that she just like didn't continue with the program or whatever. But
they need to stop hiring people if they're just gonna do that, man.
Well, I mean, maybe she just realized that she wasn't cut out for it, you know?
Yeah,
some people
maybe.
just aren't. Like, obviously cheerleaders are some of the toughest people. Like, I know people think that cheerleading is kind of a joke, you know, but like they have to be strong. They have to be strong mentally, physically, like. So I'm sure like she could handle it, but maybe it just wasn't for her. Maybe she was just like, you know what, this isn't for me.
No thanks.
And like,
maybe it just wasn't her thing.
Fine. Yeah. But I mean, I think hiring athletes who are in other fields, I think it's always going to be it's a tough road, like RM just said. Transition from a sport to wrestling ain't easy. Yeah, it's not, because I mean, I know they took in those twin basketball players,
the cadaver twins.
Yeah, the girls. I know they took them in a couple years ago. I don't know if they're still there or if they're still training or what they're doing. But like,
I don't care.
Going from basketball to like wrestling, like it's tough. It's a tough transition.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see how all of those things go. But yeah, anyway, that was just my My side quest.
I love that.
All right, let's get into Bash in Berlin that is coming up this Saturday.
I'm writing down our predictions so we
Okay.
remember.
There's currently 5 matches on the card, which I'm okay if that we're going back to the 5 matches. I think
Yeah,
they just
sure.
they went a little ham for SummerSlam because it was SummerSlam. So
How many were on SummerSlam?
like 7 or 8. Like it was.
Oh, that is a lot for WWE.
Yeah.
That felt like a short show, though.
Girl, well, maybe it was because I had COVID during that time, but it felt like the longest 4 hours of my life. I was dying. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. These are in no particular order. This is just, it is what it is.
Yeah, we don't know match order, so.
So the first one, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Championship. This is what it is. I think it's just it's a side quest. It's a side quest for Cody.
Yeah.
I like Kevin being on the pay-per-view cards. Honestly, I feel like he is one of the few people that is just constantly on pay-per-view cards. Like,
yeah,
Kevin Owens is just that guy that you can put in a spot and he'll make it work.
Absolutely. And I brought this up to Mary before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax, our women's champion, versus Mia Yim is on SmackDown, a street fight, instead of Bash in Berlin. And I'm sorry, I'm so sick and tired of Triple H doing that. Because does he ever do that for the men's, or is it just the women?
I mean, he does it for the men's, like, mid-card titles sometimes. Like, the U.S. title is usually defended on SmackDown, and then the tag titles, the men tag titles. When was the last time those were on a pay-per-view?
I don't know.
Exactly. So, but as far as Cody and Kevin, yeah, I'm going with Cody. I don't think he's going to lose to Kevin Owens. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. I think this is going to be a good match.
I think Kevin is going to turn heel after this.
Which, I love Kevin as a face. I just think, because he's such like a morally gray face. And I love that. I just like that.
I feel yeah. But yeah, he turned it.
I feel like this one's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Unholy Union versus Bianca and Jade for the women's tag team titles. Triple H, if you don't put those titles back on Bianca and Jade, we're going to fight.
Thank God, I'm shocked this made it onto the card, honestly. As soon as I heard them announce it. That's the thing. I was like, as soon as I heard it announced, I was like, this is on the pre-show or something. Because
it better not be, I swear.
The only reason, I mean, obviously, huge Belair stand here, but like the main reason I want Bianca and Jade to get these titles back is because when they had them, even for that brief period of time, they were being showcased. They were on the PLEs, they were on SmackDown, they were cutting promos, they were doing backstage stuff, and it's like
they were relevant.
Now you gave them to Alba and Isla for a cheap pop. They've done absolutely nothing with them. Not necessarily their fault, but
I mean, I think another part of it is, and like this is no shade to Isla and Alba, but Bianca and Jade are, in my opinion, a lot more famous than them and are showcasing the titles better on social media. And I think a lot more eyes are on the product because of them. So I want the women's tag titles to be uplifted, and that's what we were supposed to be doing before this cheap pop in Scotland. So Bianca and Jade need the titles back so that they can make them relevant, have Jade's heel turn at some point, and when they lose the titles down the line,
right?
So, but yeah, I'd be surprised if Bianca and Jade didn't win this. I'd be surprised. Unless it's like an interference by Zoe and Shayna or something, which I don't want.
Where Jade turns?
No,
I don't think so either.
Not after SmackDown, and them being the big three. I don't think we're ready for that.
I'm gonna go with Bianca and Jade as well. Let me write this down.
I wonder if we're gonna have any different opinions, guys. We don't talk about our predictions before we start. No. Like we're doing them on the fly right here. So so we don't know what each other are gonna do. But next up we have the Terror Twins, aka Rhea and Damien versus Dom and Liv of the Judgment Day. I don't know where to go here. I mean, the logical answer to me is Damien and Rhea to kind of get their revenge, but Dom and Liv, I don't know.
I
What do you
want Dom
think?
and Liv to win.
Really?
And it makes yes, absolutely. Like that's our women's world champ. If Dom is the one that gets pinned, I'll be less mad about it. But either way, this is probably just gonna set up for another rematch. Rhea and Liv at Bad Blood, where Rhea unfortunately will probably take back the title, and I don't want to see that because her first reign was so no, and if that's how it's gonna be the second time, no, thank you.
I'm actually gonna go with Rhea and Damien on this.
Oh yeah, I think they're winning for sure. I just don't want them to.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going with Dom and Liv.
No, I want Dom and Liv to win, but unfortunately, us Liv Morgan fans will continue to see her lose.
Hey, I mean, she's on top right now, so
yeah, right now. Wait
I'm
until Bad
grateful for
Blood,
that.
dude. Wait until Bad Blood.
You think it's gonna be over at Bad Blood?
Yeah, I don't think they're carrying this out till Mania anymore. I thought they would, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the idea of Damien and Rhea just being the Terror Twins. Like, I think it's fun. I think it's something that we haven't really seen a lot of because I feel like a lot of times when it's like a male and female duo, usually they're a couple or like it's a situation where the girl doesn't really wrestle. Like they're usually like a valet or a manager. So I like this new thing of both of them just being dominant in their divisions. It's kind of like, it's kind of like oh my gosh, Undertaker and Kane, when they were the Brothers of Destruction. Like it's like that, but Rhea and Damien, and like I'm here for it.
Yeah. I don't know. The match will be fun. I'm not really excited about this match, to be honest.
Really?
Like, no.
I mean, I am just because I love Rhea and Liv, but
yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I just say I hate seeing the champion lose, and that's frustrating for me. So, but I mean, WWE's been pretty unpredictable lately, so I suppose anything could happen. I suppose.
RM says Rhea and Damien winning. Trey says I'm not really a fan of the New Judgment Day.
Well,
I mean,
okay, Trey.
You're not supposed to be, I guess.
I am. I love the New Judgment Day.
Dom pins Damien.
That's not happening.
Liv and Dom wins with the help from Finn. I mean, that's plausible.
Maybe. Maybe.
Terror Twins win. It's setting up Liv versus Rhea in a women's Hell in a Cell match. That'd be kind of fire.
Yeah, maybe.
I got Terror Twins winning. Yeah, I mean, it really seems like it could go either way.
It does. Yeah.
Raquel costing Rhea Bad Blood. I mean,
maybe.
that'd be iconic, but we'll see. We'll see if she'll be back by then.
Yeah, maybe.
I really miss her. I miss Raquel, y'all.
Yeah, I do too, man. I hope she's doing good.
I loved her and Liv as a tag team. I think they were just so cute.
They were solid.
Did you watch another side quest? Did you watch when the New Day, or not the New Day? Well, Xavier Woods was doing like a summer up down down like tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? So it was like I don't know if it was last summer. I think it might have been last summer. And they had a bunch of teams, and Raquel and Liv were on it, and they were called like the Sriracha Muchachas or something like that. And I just thought it was the funniest thing. And like you could just tell that they just have so much fun with each other. And I love when tag team partners are like close in real life. Like it just makes it so much better.
That's crazy.
Sriracha Muchachas. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
That is so funny.
It was hilarious. Anyway.
Beautiful.
Anyway. Going with Terror Twins. I think
Rhea
and Damien are gonna dominate them. I think, like you said, Dom's gonna take the pin.
Hopefully.
I mean, if Liv takes the pin, that's crazy.
I'd be
I mean, but
pissed,
then
dude.
it
I'd be
set. I
pissed.
mean, but then it sets up Rhea getting another opportunity. So
Which she shouldn't.
kind of makes sense. Yeah. All right. We also have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre on this card.
Strap
Again.
match, baby.
Yeah, I forgot that it's a strap match. But like, why? Why are we doing this again?
This is like the. What do you mean? This is like the only match I'm looking forward to.
Why?
I love this feud. This feud is great. I'm so excited for it to go round 2, and then we're gonna go round 3 at Bad Blood. I can't wait. Punk is definitely winning this though.
I mean, he has to. If he doesn't, then it's like Cody and Seth all over again.
Right. This.
Do you guys
Oh my
remember
God,
that
yeah.
though? Do you guys
Yeah, that was
remember
crazy.
when
Seth went 3-0, dude.
Cody and Seth had a trilogy and Cody won all of them? Like that's literally insane. What was
I
the
remember
point?
at Backlash, I was like, "Oh shoot! I did not expect him to actually win that." I mean, granted, it was by a roll up, but like, still, Seth needed that win at Backlash, and they did not give it to him.
Yeah, that was just crazy. But
Pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this match, dude. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, I'm not excited.
This is a good feud.
I think it'll be a good match because, you know, it's a strap match. So I think, you know, at least there's a stipulation there to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. But like, I just not vibing with the feud. Maybe I need to like dive into more of their history to kind of.
Have you not been watching their segments and stuff?
No, but I mean like their history from like before.
Oh,
from like years ago. Like I feel like I need to like dive more into that to really get an appreciation for this, because right now I don't care.
We're also just not a big CM Punk fan. So.
I mean that too. And like I go back and forth with Drew McIntyre all the time. Sometimes I'm like, yes, King, and then other times I'm like, you're being annoying.
Oh,
like
how do you feel about him now?
He's kind of annoying me right now.
Really? I would have thought you'd be like super team Drew, considering Punk is his opponent. So
yes, I love when he's shitting on Punk. It's like my favorite thing. But like the complaining's gotta stop. The it's everybody else's fault, it has to stop.
Amen.
You know, all that stuff needs to stop. I don't like
take accountability, Drew.
Accountability for your actions.
But yeah, I got Punk winning this for sure.
RM says Punk winning. Let's see. Oh, Louis said this is the best Drew character ever. I
don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I liked when he was just the Scottish Warrior. To me, it just felt very like genuine to who he is, and I think it made more sense to me that like he was, you know, that he was on top because he was like this big Scottish Warrior. Now I just feel like he's kind of just like, I deserve everything, you know.
Yeah, very that.
And I don't like that.
And he's obsessed with CM Punk and kicking his ass and all that nonsense.
Do you think they'll do a little ring gear homage again? Or do you think that was just for SummerSlam?
I think that was probably just a one-time thing. But I would like to see that.
Yeah, I like when wrestlers do that. I think it's fun when they do homages to other people, or like I like pop culture stuff when, you know, like, and Mercedes was one of the best to do that. Like I loved her. Oh my God, her Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Honestly, one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was great.
Like Zelina is so good at that. Did you see Liv's from this past week? She was dressed in the Avril Lavigne girlfriend music video outfit.
Oh, on Raw?
Yeah, it was on Raw.
Oh, I didn't even take note of that. Or no, maybe that's so cool.
I'm pretty sure it was on Raw.
A little live show, or
yeah, I don't know. I just saw it on her Instagram, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, she had like the blue skirt with like the white shirt, and I was like, I love when she does that. I just think it's like
that is awesome.
But yeah, so we're both going with CM Punk on this.
Yeah, big victory for Punk. We love to see it.
Even though I don't want it, it is what it is. Last but not least, we have Gunther versus Randy Orton. I feel like for me, this is the hardest one to call, and that may seem like a ridiculous thing to say. I know it seems ridiculous because we're in Berlin, which is like kind of a hometown thing for Gunther.
Yeah, a
like,
little kind
But
of.
like, this is Randy Orton we're talking about.
Yeah, but he's not winning.
Yes, RM, I said hardest one to call because
RM's like, are you kidding
I
me?
I love Randy Orton. I want him to become a 15-time champion. His promos versus Gunther are so good,
Yeah,
and
they are.
I just want that for him.
I mean, yeah, but like Cap is saying he's not. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Gunther
sorry.
winning. Cap says he's not.
Oh my god.
The issues on this show.
Yeah.
Cap is right. There's no way he's losing on his very first defense. Especially this is coming from the guy who's been champ for over like 75% of his time in WWE.
Which is
So,
crazy. It's still that's still insane.
Somebody really want you want
At
Orton to
least
win. I mean, I feel
at
you,
least
but
I'm not
like,
the only one. It says Gunther winning here, and he's going to keep the world championship all the way towards Mania, where he drops it to Cena. Christopher. Cena's not going to get another title reign. I don't think that's in the cards for him. He's like,
yeah.
0-30, my brother in Christ. Like, he lost to Solo Sikoa, for goodness sakes.
I forgot about that for a second. Oh my god.
So he's not going to beat Gunther.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but it seems like everybody's kind of saying that Gunther's going to win. Cap, 17-time
world champ is crazy.
I mean, I think this is going to be a good match regardless. It's going to be two big men slapping men meat, as Simon Miller would say.
Yeah. So are you going with Gunther or Randy on this?
You know what? Just to have one that we're different on, I'll go with Randy.
Okay. You're gonna be wrong.
Just to be different.
Check.
And then when it comes to our recap, we'll see.
Yeah. I have something written on the other side of the paper, so there we go.
Because we're so professional on the show that we write it on paper.
Yeah. There you go. We will come back to this.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this card as a whole?
I mean, to me, like, the way I look at Bash and Berlin, I'm like, oh, Bash and Berlin is next week. Cool. Like, I'm not like, I don't know why. It feels like SummerSlam just happened, and I was really excited about that show, and it was great. I'm not saying the card is bad. The card is pretty solid, but like, I don't know. I'm just like, another PLE. It's just kind of come out of nowhere, in my opinion.
I really like this card, though.
Yeah, it's a good card.
We have a lot of title changes on SummerSlam, so obviously we're not gonna really have any on this one. But I'm surprised that neither the IC title or the US title is on the card. Neither of the men's tag teams are on the card. I don't know when the last time the men's tag teams were on a premium live event.
Yeah, I don't remember either, dude.
Like, it's just, we're getting out of hand here.
And we do have NXT No Mercy.
When is that, Sunday?
Next Sunday. I think it's not the Sunday. It's not the same weekend as Bash in Berlin, is it, guys? I don't think so.
I think that's what.
Oh.
I think that's what Christopher's saying, but. LA Knight's doing an open challenge on. Oh, so he's doing an open challenge on SmackDown. I mean, I like that people do the open challenges, for the US title. I think it's a well-established tradition at this point. I didn't think he was going to do it, though, because I feel like LA Knight is very like, oh, you have to earn an opportunity against me,
Yeah.
But
as long as it's not Logan Paul, I mean, shit.
Yeah, please. As long as it's not Logan Paul. Who would you like to see him face next?
Wow. Trying to think of the men's roster. Who the hell is on the SmackDown men's roster? I'm sorry, like I just don't.
Let's see. We got the budget
Who's
line.
not in a tag team? Who's not in a tag team? Oh, AJ. That'd be but they already kind of did AJ and LA Knight.
Yeah, but that was a few months ago. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I guess.
We could run it back.
With what? AJ losing again?
I mean, yeah. Well, we could do Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, but he's got the feud with Andrade.
Yeah, but when is that going to stop Melo going after a title?
Good. Oh, Vinci. Yeah.
He is debuting. Or did he already debut on SmackDown? I didn't watch
I don't think
SmackDown.
so.
Oh, okay. But I know
This
he's
could
coming.
be his debut.
That'd be kind of lit, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay.
Shinsuke, where has Shinsuke been? Has he been in?
I don't know. I don't really care that much either.
I'm trying to think who else.
Santos Escobar.
Well, he already did, didn't he?
I know, but like I literally can't think of anybody else.
Yeah. I don't know. Most of the men I feel like are on Raw. Like that's just
Or in tag teams on
what it is.
SmackDown.
Yeah, that too. I could see Theory going back after it. I wouldn't be
Maybe.
surprised.
Yeah, that would be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I don't want the
for some
bloodline getting involved in the other titles. This bloodline
No.
nepotism, I'm so sick and tired of it. No, you can't have all the titles. You're not entitled to titles. Damn it.
Period. That's merch.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you guys think about Bash in Berlin in the comments and AEW All In if you watched it. Let us know how you feel about Ricochet in AEW, about Mariah May being champion, all that good stuff. Maddie, do you have anything to add? I'm so tired, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're doing a bit of a shorter episode. It's just a chill episode today.
Well, because there wasn't a lot of matches, so
yeah, there really wasn't. AEW All In was a pretty good show overall. I'm excited to go back and watch some of the matches that I didn't watch earlier. And next week we'll be back to review Bash in Berlin. So we'll go over the predictions, see what happens. I think it's gonna be a good show. I just don't know how much of a memorable show it will be,
I mean, let's listen. If Gunther versus Randy is anything like Gunther versus Sheamus, then I think it'll be memorable. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. We will have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm happy for Mariah too. Another shout out to Mariah May. God bless.
Yes.
So happy with me.
Snaps for her.
Yes.
May her reign be long and prosperous.
Amen.
Well, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for coming by, and screw you, Logan Paul.